Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Hatoful Boyfriend. And we're just about to go to the library. I can't believe this ending is longer than the entire game its fucking self. Like, seriously? Damn. But anyway. The library. I wonder if Nageki's at the gym yet. Nageki? Who? I met him in the library earlier. He stayed behind. An unusually dense individual, to be sure. The library's a little ways from here. And we spend some time jogging through the hallways. I've been trying to ignore it, but the dim lights make the library even creepier than the rest of the school. And getting hung up over little things in a time like this is a sign of weak nerves. Really? Well then, where are the school documents? Probably not where just anybody can look at them. Probably somewhere in the back then. How dull. Come, let us search. Right. Books, and none of them what we're looking for. I was hoping it would be in this corner, but apparently not. And here, a line of incredibly dusty That's odd. There are 9 of them. Volume 6 is missing. Huh, that's weird. Somebody misfiled them? Anyway, St. Pagination's history. It's not back here with the large volumes, so maybe it's a smaller book. It's not here. You never left. Is that a problem? Well, not really, but I told you earlier there's an emergency going on. I can't tell if he doesn't realize what's going on or just doesn't care. The records. Huh? I keep looking there and you'll never find them. So, you know where they are. Yep. Well, since he's here even now, I imagine he basically lives in here. So it's hardly surprising that he knows where to find things. I don't have much time. Could you tell me where to find them? By request. Request? You don't know what that is. He gazes at me with the eyes like black holes of cosmic disdain. You can only get them by request. They're not kept out here. And then, where are they kept? Behind the reception desk in the back. It's not locked, so go ahead. There are a number of bookshelves behind the desk, it's true. Thank you, Nageki. Really. Don't worry about it. You've been mumbling to yourself ever since we split up. Please try to remain in charge of your faculties, Kawara. Oh, sorry, I was talking to him. Talking to the bookshelves. Surely there are better uses for your energy. No, Nageki was telling me where to find the... And there's no one else here. Cease this bizarre monodrama. What is he talking about? Nageki is standing right next to me. It's not like he's behind a shelf or something. I was worried it was a figment of my imagination for a minute, but he just told me where to find the records. But Sakuya... let's find out. Can I ask you something, Nageki? Yes? Are you a hallucination? If I was, and that would mean you're asking a hallucination whether or not he's a hallucination. Yeah, that's right. It does seem a little weird. Does it matter? Maybe I am, or maybe I'm not. That doesn't answer anything! This doesn't usually happen. I've never been able to talk to a bird I've just met before. I think I'll remember everything soon. What about you? Have you found the thing you forgot yet? Nageki, do you know something about that? Huh. He disappeared. I think I forgot. That's exactly what the doctor said too. Why did Nageki know about that? It wasn't just a coincidence, was it? Am I forgetting something important about all this? I don't think I can dismiss him as just a hallucination. What you think you're doing, bird? Request-only books. This shelf. It looks like it. I see a lot of the same books as were in the headmaster's office. The chronology of St. Paginations. This? Let's see. 2180. The founding of the school, same year. Ichijo Kitsugu. Kitsugu? inaugurated as headmaster. 2080? Oh, 2080. Oh, 2180. Much more recent than I had thought. Only 8 years. I hadn't known either. Aside from that, it's all transfer student records and sports scores. Is there really a clue in here? Wait, Sequoia, look at this! 2183 Medical Center shut down due to fire. Oh my god, we're all dead. I would fucking die! Everyone in the school is dead. A medical center? Does this school have something like that? I don't think so. There was no mention of it in the student guide. I suppose it was never reopened. Does it say anything else? Right here. Damage from the fire. The book presents us with a new mystery, as if to taunt our inability to hold all these we already have. A new sort of mystery. It's gonna tell us they're all fucking dead. I'm gonna fucking die. 2183 Medical Center shut down due to fire. Oh. Okay, so we already knew he was dead, but he said he killed himself. I thought he killed himself in the library. Freshman Fujishiro Nageki died in the basement where the fire started. And didn't I just hear that name? The exact same, but that's... Nageki died 5 years ago? Then what is the Nageki I keep meeting today? He didn't deny it was a hallucination. Sequoia couldn't see him, which means he's a ghost. Don't say such dreadful things. It's unscientific. I don't know what the fuck that is, and I'm not even trying, so whatever. Anyway, we're betting our lives on this search, you know. I won't have any occult rubbish brought into it. But I think he knew something. If he's the same bird, and then he could be the key to solving this mystery. So you intend to rely on some invisible ghost? There are limits, Kawara. Alright, guys, get the Ouija board. I spent some time looking for him in the library, but couldn't find him. He's always found me, rather than the other way around. I'll just have to wait for him to show up again. Whee! And the bloodstained bird. And do you have an idea? I feel like I should. It's not something I'd encounter normally, but for some reason... Don't I know some birdie like that? Vague as always. We do have a time limit here. We must not fall behind. I know. If I remember what it is, I'll say right away. Maybe Yuya was still in there. Let's go ask him again. He did say he was there. He was there until he returned home. If anyone went in, he should have seen them. However, he said that he saw nothing out of the ordinary. If what he said is true, then he was lying. Which would mean that the doctor was lying too. Very well. Yuya! Salutations. How goes the investigation? Well, just who do you think I am? Yeah. Unlike me, you're a very capable bird. Yuya, we wanted to ask you something. Oh? I'll answer anything that doesn't violate my privacy, so ask away. Did you really not see anything yesterday after school? I'm not sure what you mean. I thought the doctor and I already verified each other's innocence. We were in the infirmary the entire time. But here's the funny thing. Yuya is of the Dove party, and the doctor is the Hawk party, right? So the doctor... Why would Yuya be covering for the doctor? Especially since we know that the doctor fucking kills him and feeds him to Spacey at some point, so I'm just saying. Oh, we talked to San earlier. He said he saw a bloodstained stranger go to the infirmary yesterday. Did you see anything like that? Nope, sorry. Could you be the bloodstained bird yourself? Yikes. No, as you can see, I'm not hurt anywhere at all. Besides, he said he saw this bird go to the infirmary. Not going into the infirmary, right? Yeah, he did. Anyway, I didn't see anything. And there's not much more I can say. Right, Doctor? Yes, that's right. No one came yesterday. I don't think we'll find anything more here, Sequoia. Let's move on. Indeed. Did those two really not see anything yesterday? If there had actually been some bloodstained stranger, then that would mean that Yui and the doctor are hiding something. Where do we... The medical center seems like a good place to go now. Indeed. Where is it? That's the problem. I never heard of it before either. It sounds rather large. I wouldn't expect it to be that hard to find. It's at the basement. The record book said the fire broke out in the basement. And if the building was burned to the ground, it would have said so. It should still be here then. Assuming it wasn't demolished. Are there any unused buildings on the campus? Unused buildings? Oh yeah, that old hall. Old hall. And that's what we call it. It's by the back gate. It's not used for... What's wrong? The school hasn't even been around for 10 years. What reason does it have for having an old hall? Now that you mention it, that is kind of strange. Now come, guide me there. And this is it. It doesn't really look like a medical center. It's pretty much the same as the main building, yeah. Now, looks like the door's locked. And then we shall break it down. Hey, you're starting to sound like a delinquent, Sequoia. What? What did I say? Don't worry about it. We'd probably be suspended for breaking in here, and this is an emergency. We don't have a choice. This is where Nageki should be hiding. And he's like, nah, fuck it, I want to be in the library. I want to go to the library. It's awfully dusty in here. It's been left unused for 5 years. It appears that they didn't leave much behind. Everything's empty. I wonder if they cleared everything out when they sealed the building. This all looks pretty much the same as the main building. Bah! Did we come here for nothing? Now let's look around a little more. Oh, if this door has a sign on it, I guess it was the reference room. I do not relish the prospect of wandering around this mausoleum of schoolrooms, but very well. The reference room, that's where all those missing encyclopedias are. It's even dustier in here. And the shelves are marked with dates. Perhaps they once had medical records. And there's nothing left now, though. And Operation Hatoful. Huh? Among the rows of dates, sure enough, there's a shelf labeled Operation Hatoful. Empty as well. They would have been asking too much to hope to find anything anyway. Operation Hatoful. I wonder what it is. Who knows? As something put in place along with the human and representative business, so no doubt it was nothing good. Is Operation Hatoful connected to this medical center? What if it's the source of the mystery we're tangled in now? My head hurts. The only things left are... archaic medical journals. Huh? It's the encyclopedia. An odd place to keep one. Oh wait, look at the volume numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. What? Does this unpleasant arrangement hold some meaning? I saw them like this in the library too. A bunch of old encyclopedias. Yeah. Can I look at these for a bit? Do as you please. The ones in the library had the same binding. And in the place of volume 9, there's an extra copy of volume 6. Look, this copy of volume 6 has a library sticker on it. Perhaps it came from the library then. Someone must have brought it here when the medical center was still open. And they probably switched it with volume 9. An unpleasant piece of mischief, to be sure. Yeah. The other two volumes all seem as they the other volumes all seem as they should. Wait, I thought he said they're exactly the same, so wait, are there 2 volume 9s in the school and then 2 volume 6s here? Because I thought it made it sound like there's 2 volume 6s in both places, which wouldn't make sense to me. I must have read that wrong. There probably isn't anything in the extra copy of volume 9, but maybe we should go see if it came from here. Oh, when we get back to the main building, let's go check the library. And provided it isn't a mere waste of time. So why don't we check or carry around the extra volume 6? We need to check that. Because the extra volume 9, let's check that. But you know what I'm saying? But this is the sealed building, so an extra encyclopedia out where everyone can see it Oh, it's a duplicate of the same one. The one that's in the medical lab would be the more suspicious one because why the hell is it locked in here? Anyway. We leave the okay, I don't know if I read that or not, but whatever. We've searched the entire first floor and have yet to find what we're after. Stairs into the basement? Apparently the fire that closed this building 5 years ago started in the basement. Well, we haven't found it yet. The elevator doesn't have a button for it either. How do we get in? And perhaps we can't anymore. Huh? Look at that wall. A wall? Sealed. Yeah, it looks like a normal concrete wall to me. And don't you see it? A stupid peasant. What about it? I think back to the building's exterior and the second floor. And there shouldn't be a wall here. It's small, but there's a space behind there. It must have been sealed off after the fire. Now that he mentions it, this wall is a slightly different color than the rest. Which would make sense if it had been put there later. So the stairs are beyond here? It seems likely. Isn't it a bit much for a cleanup of some fire? We probably won't be able to break this down. If we can't get in there, I doubt we'll find anything more of use in here. At least we found that thing from the headmaster's documents again. Yeah, let's head back. At first I was like, oh no, it's this guy. No, it's Angel. Did you hear something? Yes. Someone else just broke in here. This could be bad. We're in a dead end with concrete all around. We need to get somewhere with a window fast. Run! Yes! No, don't run. It's Angel. That's the sound he makes when he shows up. Stop! Ah! It's here! Wait! Calm down, Kawara. It's small. But it's got giant wide eyes that look crazy. So it is. Too small to be the Scarecrow. Huh? Aren't you from 2-2? I am the Crimson Fallen Angel, Angel. I knew it. The manga club boy from the class next door. He's famous around school for being a nutcase. What is he doing in here? I think I'm going to have a headache. Textoris Melodia Funeris. Hold on. Boop. There's something about this in the missed conversation. I didn't read the whole thing. Okay. Angel can see Nageki. No other character in the game interacts with Nageki other than the player until BBL. Why Angel can see him is unclear, but it's interesting. Foreshadowing to the BBL story with the first reference, missing encyclopedias. Okay. Okay, here's the part. More importantly, Angel addresses Nageki as Textoris Melodia Funis. This is almost identical to his name for BBL time Ryota, Textoris Melodia Funeris, or whatever. These two names translate to Weaver of Requiems, or Weaver of Funeral Melody. That Angel addresses both characters this way suggests he can either sense... Oh, something. Never mind. That was a spoiler. Like, he's calling them both names. I read that, because I remember reading that, but I didn't... So... He can sense something. I still don't know what's going on, but it's fine. It doesn't really spoil much of anything. I'm not going to say it for you, but it does, like, I'm like, okay. It still leaves more mystery. Like, it's not like, oh, now I know what happens. I'm just like, that's interesting. How does that fit in here? So, that's basically all this, but anyway. But the names are similar. Oh, me? Good for you, Kawara. He came all this way to give you a title. It's not good at all. I don't think what trouble will come of it. I don't know why you came here, Angel, but it's dangerous. We're supposed to be in the gym with everybody else, so come on, let's go back. I am not allowed rest. Not until I have fulfilled my duty. In accordance with the pact of old, I must seal you here now, Textoris Melodia Funeris. Undertaker! Undertaker? If that's it, then... So the time has come at last. I'll not be stopped now, Crimson Angel of Judecca. Come! Wait, what? All of a sudden is... Are we gonna have a boss battle with Angel? What the fuck's going on? Angel, Crimson Fallen Angel appeared. Angel uses Dark Void Shockwave. Ryota takes 24 damage. Ryota's turn. What do I fucking do? Deathbringer. Sounds legit. Deathbringer. Only 60. Ooh, we're bad. Cease this jack acting, you wretched imbeciles! Sequoia attacks. Ryota takes 260 damage. Why is Sequoia attacking me? Ryota returns to his senses. Oh. Angel takes 295 damage. Angel is shaken. Okay, I was like, are we really doing this? No. Sequoia's like, fucking hey! Huh? I'm shocked, Kawara. To think that you would even go along with that farce. What? He disrupted my territory. I got carried away by Angel before I even noticed. Influencing the very reality of his surroundings is a frightful power indeed. You lose-on! What did you come here to do? After what you just did, I think you may be our prime suspect. I came here to do but one thing. You must follow the demon spores. A whole new variety of what the heck are you talking about? Perhaps you could explain in normal Japanese. Your dialect is somewhat opaque. I don't think it's just his dialect, Sequoia. The end is calling. That is all. That is the cross I must bear. He stares off into space as if gazing at something far away. Maybe that basically means that he's a thrill seeker? So you're a moth allured by the candle's light, Luzon. No! I'm stained in crimson, clad in night, unforgiven. My eternal blood seal calls me to purgatory. More crazy talk. It's not exactly a blood seal. That blood-stained chest is just the way Bleeding Heart's plumage looks. Oh! What is it, Kawara? Blood-stained chest. Sequoia, do you think maybe the blood-stained stranger San saw was... Angel, where were you yesterday after school? What were you doing? Battling minor demons of Baal and following the demon spores. Could you rephrase that? Rufa, the tree of blight, called out to me. He's asking you to say it using words we understand. Hallowed magician of white, your anger now. It is the power of the demon spores. I think it's the power of you, Angel. Bah! I must compromise. I was in the place the ignorant many refer to as the infirmary. I knew it. I think we need to talk to you. Come. And so he left the medical center, Sequoia dragging Angel behind him. Whatever. This one. This is the blood-strange stranger Oko-san saw. And that's it then. We need to know what you did yesterday. Did you go into the infirmary? If I could, I would have. But only the chosen one can stop the demon spores. In other words, he didn't. Useless! The gate was sealed with the power of darkness. However, Edelblau did venture within. Edelblau? Who's that? Explain in terms known to sane individuals, please. The Apostle of the Blue Sky, Edelblau. She also goes by Tosaka Spacey. And Spacey went into... What? And we got murdered. Spacey was in the infirmary yesterday after school. But the doctor and Yuya said that no one came and nothing happened. They're lying. We did go into the infirmary after the first day of school. Wait, was that the first day of school where we went into the infirmary looking for... Ryota? Or was that another day? I thought that was the day we went. Yeah, I thought it was because we met every one of the bird peeps except for Angel on the first day of school. So we would have met Shu. So we did go into the infirmary. Interesting. I have no idea how long this is going to motherfucking take. It's interesting, but it's still very much like, oh my god, the fuck? And I keep clicking and that box pops up and disappears and I don't know if it's supposed to, and I don't know anyway. You are different from those peasants, Sequoia. You were chosen from the day you were born. You must remain conscious of this. Yes, Father. We are the chosen ones. It is our duty to guide the foolish common folk. Yes, Father. Look at them crawling in the mud. There's no value in their lives. Were it not for our compassion, they would die as miserably as they live. Yes, Father. Their very blood is tainted. Their world is not yours. You must never speak with them again. Do you understand? Yes, Father. Interesting. I read it normal, but to Japan? Yes. You'll be staying there for some time. Arrangements have already been made for your education. Remember, you must such as to bring honor to our family, Sakuya. Yes, Father. Also, Dr. Iwamine is in residence at the institution you'll be attending. He's a prestigious doctor. It would not be exaggerating to say that our current glory is thanks in part to him. Do not disrespect him. Yes, Father. Angel saw Spacey go into the infirmary yesterday, and then the door was locked. The doctor and Yuya must have seen her. What happened in there? They must both be lying. I just can't understand why Yuya would lie. I trusted him. I didn't trust the doctor because he motherfucking killed us, but I trusted Yuya. Yuya has been helping us all this time, and I don't want to suspect him. But he's clearly been hiding the truth. He's been hiding something. Could Yuya be covering for the doctor? Well, we don't know that for sure. And the mongrel could be lying to cast doubt on Dr. Iwamine. It's not impossible, but from what we've seen so far, most likely the conclusion is that they're working together. Sakuya, you were the one who said we needed to remove our biases. We need to solve this. I am aware. I want to go confront them now, but with only Angel's testimony, our evidence is a little weak. I mean, they'll probably slip out of it again if we go now. They're both much more eloquent than I am, and they'll try to dodge the issue, which means we need to search the infirmary. I mean, the doctor killed Yuya, so I really don't see why they'd be working together. I'm very confused, but anyway. Do you intend to go in without asking? Yeah. The more stealthily we do it, the better, right? If the doctor finds out, he'll come up with some way of stopping us for sure. Understood. I'll go to the lab and keep them occupied while you search the infirmary. Thank you, Sakuya. A moment, gentlemen. Mr. Leone. I have something for you. Sorry for being late. I was somewhat delayed. What are these? The first is the massive key. It should open just about any of the simple locks in the school. And is as bright and massive as its owner. The other is a stun gun. If you need to protect yourself, use it. You'll have more use for those than I, Koara. Hold on to them. Right, and thank you, Mr. Leone. Maybe I should write in the notes before I go to the infirmary. In case we die, then someone has notes of what happened. The hour of judgment has come! You cannot use the Dark Tree's power here. Return to the Void, Wallenstein! Well, he seems excited. I wonder what the doctor is doing. We're in the... Wait. Being slandered by Mr. Higuri, as you can see. Please stop breaking school property, Mr. Higuri. I have returned from Judecca to defeat you. As long as you live, calamitous sorcerer, the world will be wrapped in eternal despair. This voice, they all hurt me. When he says things with such conviction, I almost find myself believing them. Please, that isn't funny. Yes. Come on, Higuri. Let's go back to the gym, okay? No, stop! Do not throw me out like some wretched doll! I suspect he has suffered from megalomania since birth. Megalomania? Whatever do you mean? Delusions of grandeur. Eschewing societal standards. He lives his life in the midst of some bizarre fantasy. Perhaps it's genetic. And there would be no helping it then, would there? He is unusually active in the destruction of his surroundings, especially given his physique. Internal prejudice is a terrible thing, I suppose. He is no doubt exerting to the limits of his capacity at all times. The most dangerous part is his ability to bring his surroundings into his fantasy. Though I seem to be less affected than you. And since, although I invited him to the school, I have yet to find a use for him. The whole thing has been nothing but a waste of time.
Did you say something just now, Doctor?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Oh, hello, Shirogane. Oh, what's going on? Where did Kawara go?
He's investigating another area at the moment. Only Dr. Iwamane and Nanaki are here now. Isn't Sakazaki here?
I think he's walking around to calm his nerves again. He's very brave to be out and about with that scarecrow on the loose.
Not brave, just imprudent. Stupid mongrel. Now stop pretending to be migratory and get back here so I can distract you. I wanted to occupy both of them if possible, but at least they don't realize we suspect them yet. And just the doctor would be enough. And Dr. Iwamine, I came here to ask your opinion on something. My opinion? I fear I'll not be of much use to you there. My body has never required me to visit the infirmary. I have not had much occasion to talk to the doctor since moving here, but I can read his expression perfectly well all the same. It says, I'm not telling you anything. Where is Mr. Kawara? Did you have a falling out? He did seem to be suspecting me based on nothing but his own prejudice. A pity. I agree, sir. To doubt someone based merely on one's own preconceptions is... Belivernes? I don't even know what that is, sir. It's nonsense. I don't even know what the fuck that is. And that's right. I must be perfectly logical in all things. You are renowned as one of the most intelligent birds in the world, Doctor. I don't think that you can be involved in such a grisly crime as this. It is an honor to be so praised by the heir to the LaBelle family. Completely flat. Does he never speak with emotion? I hold a deep respect for you, Doctor. You might not be aware, but my father owes his life to your medicine. A few years ago, your work allowed the LaBelle family to continue on to even greater glory. Is that so? I had not known. I'm afraid that I know little of the fates of the drugs that I develop. And the life of but one bird may not be significant to you, but we of the LaBelle family will never forget. How wonderful. I take it your father is a figure of great respect. Of course. The family head must always be honored. It would seem you hold your own biases even more dearly than Mr. Kawara holds his. Almost like the foundation of your very existence. I'd rather like to see the expression on your face when that foundation collapses. That sounds guilty. Locked. Hasn't been locked ever since the alarm this morning. And the doctor went straight to the lab to begin the autopsy. And I think he's been with somebody else ever since. Let's see, maybe the massive thing Mr. Leone gave me will do the trick. Yes! The voice hurts so much. This room has always been a little creepy, but it's even worse in this dim light. I need to look for evidence that Spacey was in here, quickly. Where do I start? The longer I spend poking around in corners, the bigger risk that I'll get caught. I need to remember. I've been in here a lot every time I got sick. Where would the doctor hide something he didn't want anyone else to see? Didn't he forbid even assistants from touching his desk? It would seem he keeps his drawers locked tight. You're up, massive thing. Inside are medical records. He's probably supposed to keep personal information locked up. Although I never really thought of him as the respectful type. There are only 1, 2, 3, 4 files. The names are Kawara Ryota, Tosaka Spacey, Fujishiro Nageki, and Shirogane Sakuya. What? I'm not surprised to see a file on me here, but Spacey and Sakuya never had reason to be in here, and Fujishiro Nageki. I would have thought it was going to be Angel's real name or whatever whatever the name was on the ID because he's one of the victims, right? Looking closely, Nageki's folder says St. Pagination's Medical Center on the side, while the others don't. And the data's from 5 years ago. Did he take this from the medical center? And since it's here, he must know something about the fire back then. And the other 3 records from physical exams. They're full of strange symbols and numbers, and I'm not sure what they mean. Huh? Sequoia has a second piece of paper in it. It looks like some sort of memo or... Ah! A sudden blinding pain in the back of my head. I can't move. I fall unconscious. Yuya. Where am I? I feel dizzy. That's right. I was looking for evidence in the infirmary. The medical records are gone. Some birdie took them? I managed to get knocked out even with a stun gun Mr. Leone gave me. Darn it! That sounds like a Yuya thing. I don't know who attacked me, but those records must have been important to get stolen away like that. He's the only other person walking around except for Oko-san. I mean, I also realized that with the gallery thing, I'm wondering if, after we finish the game, I wonder if it unlocks like the little CG that shows them in their bird form and their human form, because that would fill up the extra spaces. But yeah, I mean, that both of the teachers, Nigeki's dead, so he wouldn't attack us. We're here, Spacey's dead. Like, Yuya and Oko-san are the only 2 that'll be wandering around. Because the Scarecrow probably wouldn't have knocked us unconscious and taken the documents, so I'm saying. The records must have been important. Okay, I think I read it. Ah, darn it! Why did I let myself get taken from behind like that? Phrasing, Ryota. I had our records. Even with those, it would have been hard to prove anything. Whoever attacked me must have been the criminal. They probably wouldn't leave anything, but maybe they missed a clue in here somewhere. Huh? I hadn't noticed earlier, but there's a card under the desk in a corner I wouldn't have seen if I weren't on the floor. This is Spacey's student ID. There's blood on the corner. Yuya's the back. I just didn't expect that of him. Interesting. So it wasn't dropped here by accident before she was killed. It must have happened in a year. It looks like my doubts about the doctor are confirmed. But for some reason, I still feel unsure. I almost feel like this is too good to be true. Like I'm being led along. If the doctor were behind it all, surely he could avoid casting so much doubt on himself. Just what is he after anyway? But I'm not worried about who's doing what and why. I'm worried about finding the one who did this to Spacey. I need to talk with Sakuya. So, do you think it would take a fair amount of time to get a human up like this and distribute them into boxes, Doctor? Correct. Even if she were cut up last night and distributed this morning, it would involve a good deal of physical labor. Sakuya? Hey, you again. Can we go to the maintenance room? We need to talk. Very well. Mr. Shirogane? Yes, Doctor. Just as an aside, it would be impossible for one such as myself. Even with the knowledge and tools of a physician. Even so, I'm not a particularly healthy person. You're not a person, you're a bird. I'm not a healthy person. I mean, look at him, he's a fat loaf. And the doctor is slightly impaired down his right side, you know. He is? I never knew. They're all covering shit up. I was injured long ago. My right wing never fully recovered, although it rarely poses problems in daily life. A human corpse is heavy. It seems like a bit much to go dragging around with one wing, don't you think? Yes, it's all true. It's even recorded in the faculty medical records. It is? I see. Thanks, I'll remember that. I tell Sakuya about what I found in the infirmary as we head to the maintenance office. Meaning, Fujishiro Nageki's records and the doctor have something to do with the medical center. I think so, yeah. I wonder about the other records, too. Why, you, me, and Spacey all together. Could that really be a coincidence? Did you go there often after you moved here or anything? Not once.
An ability knows no illness.
Yeah, I've never seen him sick, and he always seems pretty lively. I hadn't known about the doctor's injury. Kind of a bad thing to find out now. Bad?
And because it's inconvenient to your theory. We must remain just. No harm can ever come from learning more of the truth.
I guess so. Maybe it's because he's not very active, or because he never leaves the infirmary, but I guess I never really had the chance to notice his disability. If he couldn't have done it alone, it makes it seem more likely that he was working together with Yuya.
A blasted mongrel. And no good can ever come of his presence. He merely confuses the issue.
Salutations. Were you gossiping about me?
Yuya!
What a pickle. I guess I'm the topic of choice among the boys as well as the girls now. Enough that I mind.
Don't let it go to your head, mongrel. We weren't saying anything good about you.
That's right, Yuya. From your point of view, we were subjecting you to vile slander and ill gossips. You're very frank, Ryota. And nothing wrong with that. What kind of slander? Perhaps you shouldn't say, lest my fragile heart shatter like a maiden's crystal glass, dropped by an unkind lover. It should be obvious that we were talking about from our faces alone, but he's completely relaxed. I doubt his heart is made of glass, though. Used tires, maybe. It's something that's completely impervious to abuse.
Your unsolicited presence saves us the trouble of looking for you. We demand answers from you. You lied. You met Tosaka in the infirmary yesterday. Did you kill her?
So you doubt me. I'd love to see your evidence.
We found her ID stained with blood. In the infirmary. You're duty-bound to answer. What did you see in the infirmary yesterday? And what did you do?
Well, I can't tell you anything. Sorry. I can't say anything at all.
Cease this foolishness! You know something, don't you? Do not attempt to dodge the...
Scarecrow robot? Scarebot? Robocrow?
Yeah. Run, you two!
Such terrible timing. Nobody likes a man who can't read the atmosphere, Mr. Scarecrow.
Is this time for jokes? Run! Go!
Ryota seems to have left us in the dust. Maybe we should hurry up a little. Well, it doesn't look like it noticed us. I guess it's not too keen on chasing people, birds.
Their idle flirtations sicken me. A filthy mongrel.
Shh. Do you want it to hear us? How about this? I'll go first and lure Mr. Beanpole Man towards the cafeteria. And you head for the maintenance room where it's distracted, okay?
You plan to act as a decoy. I don't think this will stop me from suspecting you.
I wasn't asking you to. I've been your ally until now, so why stop now?
Our ally?
Anyway, run for it as soon as we're out of sight. Adieu. I don't want Yuya to be evil. I love him.
Sakuya, you're okay. I was worried that maybe you got caught. Indeed. Isn't Yuya with you? We never got him to answer anything. I do not know. He ran in the opposite direction. We don't have much time left. I think the only thing to do is to get him to talk to us and then confront the doctor.
It's Sakuya the whole time. You know what? It's probably Ryota. Ryota's done it the whole time.
He's been helping us this whole time, but I don't know if we can still consider him our ally. Our ally? Indeed. No, you've always been separated, right? So you don't really know how he usually acts, or if he'd be likely to do something like this, or... How can I know? He and I live in different worlds. As my father said, I couldn't know. I'm an only child, so I don't really understand siblings, but I think I know how you feel about him, Sakuya. Do not make me repeat myself. He and I have no connection. But I want to believe that he's not my enemy. Moves like Sakuya Sakuya isn't entirely sure what to think. And the prime suspects are the doctor who aided his family and his own half-brother. If I were given the same situation, I wouldn't be as calm as he is. We should write in the notes and then go talk to the doctor. Go find out exactly what happened in the infirmary. We've figured out a lot of things, but there's still a lot that remains a mystery. It's 6 p.m. We don't have much time. Okay, good. Can we solve this and get out alive in only 4 hours? All right, let's go, Huh? Sakuya? Your friend already left, young one. Why didn't you say so earlier? He's planning to confront the doctor alone? The father is of the pure bloodline, and so his life is of the utmost value. By extension, the doctor who saved his life must also be valuable. I know this is supposed to be Sakuya, but I need a break from reading the fucking voices right now. They're fucking goddamn killing me. My throat hurts so much. I must not disrespect him, because that's what father told me. My brother, born of a low father, is a worthless being. Though he looks noble, his veins flow with filthy, impure blood. I must not associate with those of low birth, because that's what father told me. But I'm no longer sure. What is blood? Why does it divide us so? Sakuya's growing. Precious.
Oh, hello again, Shirogane.
Oh my god, it's probably Kazuaki. Wouldn't it be fucking funny if it was Kazuaki? He's like the mastermind evil genius. He's like, oh, I just sit here and look innocent and fall asleep. Sleeping was my lure.
Oh,
where's the doctor?
He said he was going back to the infirmary. Maybe he forgot something there. Thank you. You're going right after him? Don't you want any tea? Well, be careful. He looked rather troubled. I hope he's all right.
He seems so nice and sweet. I can't believe that any of them... I mean, I know Shu is evil. He murdered us. But, because we're going to, romance them in, the Christmas one. So, I don't know. Doctor! Mr. Shirogane, you look quite fatigued. Would you care to rest for a little while? Are you wrong, are you not, sir? Whatever could you mean? I wish to learn the truth. What did you and Sakazaki do? Which of you decided to kill Tosaka? That's not something to say without proof, Mr. Shirogane. But then, we have but little time left. Perhaps I shall explain things to you. I did not kill Miss Tosaka. This is the truth. Of course. How can I let myself be swayed by idle rumors? The doctor could not possibly carry out such an atrocity. Mr. Sakazaki did not kill her either. Which raises the question, who did? Sakazaki admitted that he was involved in the crime. He cannot possibly be. I merely said that he did not kill her. I did not say he wasn't involved. Of course, the same applies to myself. The two of you did not kill her, but were involved. But then, who did kill her? Oh, dear me. This won't do. Talking to you makes me feel like I'm about to fall asleep. I suppose these are the limits of a mere mongrel. What did he just say? Doctor, Could you be quiet for a minute, Mr. Shirogane? You bore me. You filthy, low-born mongrel. What are you saying, sir? I am not like Saka. You did well. Thanks to you, Mr. Kawara has found almost everything he needs. Just one more push, and he'll be done. Thank you, Mr. Shirogane. A glint of white steel. His left wing slowly traces an arc through the air. I'm dying. I'm dying. What did he say? Why was I left behind? I can't think. He just killed Sakuya. But I didn't see that shit coming. This game is amazing. Was this some birdicide going on here.
Sakazaki!
Oh, now he's injured. Issa. Wait, that's not... Wait. Stop that, Issa! I told you not to touch my brother!
Suddenly, Sakazaki Yuya blocks out the sun. The blood is spreading across the floor. I am unhurt? Who's... Your ring?
I didn't expect that either. Such beautiful brotherly love, Mr. Sakazaki. You were the real hero all along, of course. I only promised that I wouldn't tell other people. Not that I wouldn't tell him himself. Or that I wouldn't kill him. And after all that work to steal the records from Mr. Kawara, too. Yeah, you've always been like this. A coward and a villain to the core. Oh, such flattery.
What are you doing, Doctor? Why? Why are you doing this?
I told you, remember? You bore me. And now that you've helped Mr. Kawara as much as you can, I have no more use for you. Why should I put up with your babbling now that I'm done with you?
I do not understand, sir. What did you and Sakazaki...
This is exactly what I'm talking about. I have no responsibility to explain to you. Bye, Mr. Shirogane. No! Don't move, Sakuya!
Sakuya!
Oh, Mr. Kawara. We were just discussing you.
Yuya's standing over Sakuya, blood running down his body, and the doctor standing next to them. There's no question about what's happened. And Doctor, so it was you all along!
Was it? I wonder about that. I love how he's fun because he's just so monotone. Hold on.
Pull yourself together, Sakazaki. Say something!
Don't worry. You won't die just yet. I'm sure you'll enjoy a confession or two, so ask him all you want.
Wait, Doctor!
Angel. Oh, Scarecrow.
Yeah. The Scarecrow?
There you are, Labor 9. I was waiting for you. Come, let us go.
Labor 9? Is that the Scarecrow's name? So he was working under the doctor this whole time?
This has got to be like an alternate kind of reality thing. Obviously, not like the main thing, because there's no way, like... Okay, we'll just pretend that the doctor didn't kill Spacey and we didn't stick her brain in a scarecrow. I mean, I'm just guessing. That'd be the only way that we could continue past this fucking day in the normal path. You know what I'm saying? So this has to be an alternate reality kind of thing. I don't know. And just a little more, Mr. Kawara. Do you think you'll remember soon?
Stop running away! You killed Spacey! I'll never forgive you!
I'm glad you're so lively. That's good. I shall be waiting for you deep beneath the surface. Chase me, Mr. Kawara.
I reach out. I can't reach. The doctor and the scarecrow are gone.
Don't go chasing after the Beanbowl Man on your own, Ryota. A good man keeps his cool, even in times like this.
Don't speak. You're still bleeding.
Don't worry. Who the hell do you think I am? I'll be fine. I know my limits better than anyone else. I won't die to a little scalpel. Getting whacked with a cleaver would have been bad, but...
There are plenty of bandages here. Sakuya, wait here. I'll go get Mr. Leone.
Wait, Ryota. I have things to tell you. Can you wait long enough to hear my confession? Like the doctor said, there's no time to waste. So let me tell you everything I can. This might be our last chance.
It's too late, Sakazaki. If you were involved, why didn't you tell us before?
We had a deal. Of course, he broke it without a second thought. The doctor and I did not kill her. And that is the truth.
But then why did he...
She died in this room after school yesterday. That is also the truth.
And then there was someone else.
Yes. Right as always, Sequoia.
And that third person killed Spacey? Who was it?
I'm sorry. I can't tell you that. I think you'll figure it out. I have to apologize to you. The doctor and I were the ones who cut her up.
So you stuffed her into those boxes?
It was the time the doctor needed to be sure when she'd be found. He decided morning would be given time for the most humans to gather. Would give time for most. I suppose he probably thought putting her in the print boxes was funny too.
The most humans? Why would...
It looks like I've stayed on the fence to the very end. I didn't have the resolve to go either way. If only things had been a little different.
I thought you said you'd be fine.
Are you worried for me? I'm honored. Could you go outside for a bit, Ryota? We'll go to the maintenance office afterwards. Just for a little. I want to talk to Sequoia alone. You have a new father now, Yuya. He has a beautiful mansion, and you'll be moving here tomorrow. But your new father says he doesn't want your brother. He says he can only feed you if you leave the egg behind. Mother is sad. He's her son, too. I will go. I'll throw my brother away, Mother. Give me the egg. The new father killed my father. I know he did. Killed him so he could take my mother from him. I waited until she laid a new egg. Until she laid an egg with the new father's child inside. I had hid him away in the mansion, and I switched them. So he'll raise my brother as his own son. The new father hates me, but he'll love my brother. He'll give him nice food and nice clothes and a nice bed. My brother will not know. No one will know but me. I hate the new father. I took the new egg, and I smashed it. Oh! Okay. I was like, I don't understand what he's talking about. You'll have a new father, but he doesn't want your brother. I get it. So, they're actually 100% brothers. They have the same mother and the same father, but the Bell father killed off mongrel dad to marry the mother. She laid an egg with his kid. Yuya hid Sequoia, like his egg, and was like, I'm gonna hide him. But yep, I destroyed that egg, Mom. I got rid of my brother. And then switched out LaBelle's egg. Oh, okay. I just had to work that out because I was like, what the fuck is going on? Okay. I've always thought that maybe I should have told you. The doctor did not lie. You were the same as me, Sequoia. We were never half-brothers. You are my real brother. Impossible. I'm the heir of the LaBelle family. My father told me so. Everyone told me so. I was raised for no other purpose. I never told anyone that I switched the eggs. If father found out now, he'd throw you away. I did it for you. No, maybe I didn't. Maybe I just did it to spite that man. I killed the child he had with mother. That was the cross I had to bear. It was never your problem. I was happy just to see you living in luxury. You? Under what authority? None. You're right. I only ever listen to myself. But the doctor noticed. He must have realized that's why he had his file. I guess I was doing what he said all along. Since I took your lineage. The fact that I killed the LaBelle and the other father's child will never leave me. I've never been able to forget. Music isn't done. If you're blamed for that child's death, you have to press on. You can't let it stop you. I always worried about whether I should tell you or not. And now it's too late. So, fool! Deny me my lineage now! I'm sorry, Sequoia. I should have told you long ago. I was never as sure of myself as you. If I'm not of the Labelle line, what am I? I knew you'd ask that. As straightforward as always. Leave this place, Sequoia, and think about it long and hard. You have a lot more to worry about than just who your family is, after all. No, wait! Sakazaki! Stay with me! And there's still much for you to tell me. It's been a long time since we talked this much. I talked to you every day when you were still an egg. Pull yourself together, Yuya! You can't leave like this! You said a little scalpel like that couldn't kill you. I should apologize about that, too. Remember the headmaster. And that it was nerve toxin. You mean that scalpel at... Go on, Sequoia. Leave your liar brother and go. And the doctor must have a way out of here. You are yourself. Never let anyone tie you down. The fucking music is so great in the background. It's like this, like uplifting, like never let anyone tell you who you are. Like, just be yourself later, buddy. Such a dramatic death. Yuya! Yuya! So Yuya's dead now. Jesus. This fucking game. And we're not even fucking done yet. I don't even know. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna wrap this part up here and we'll continue with the 6th class. I don't even fucking know how many classes there are in this ending, but we're gonna end here and we'll continue in the next part. So I will see you guys next time. It was 6 p.m. like a couple hours ago. I'm just saying, like earlier in this game. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.